Alright, in this video I will show you how I find out keys about specific application. I am almost running 95% a keyboard driven environment, and few of the specific app I do use which are having so many key maps to it. So sometime I just completely forget what are the keys and what 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 is required and all this stuff. It is not possible to remember, provided if the app provided some sort of help system which enlists the key. Oftentimes it's very difficult to find out that too also. It's not as I mean to say, it might be there, but it's not so straightforward way to get it, right? So I have few application which constantly need my attention. So I use few stuff. I use build a mechanism to get all the key binding related to that specific app can be shown with a single keystroke. Okay, so I'm going to start up with Vim. I'll come to the other app later. Okay, so if I go here, say for instance, if I wanted to know all the key binds of, I can do it in several ways, right? But there is not, if I'm inside Vim and say for instance I'm inside Vim and I open whatever the file, okay, whatever the file, and I wanted to see some specific map. If I forgot all this stuff, okay, so I bounded a key to bring up all the Vim keys in front of me. I'm sitting on a window manager called i3. Okay, so the key bind I have to bring up Vim related all the key bind is Mod Shift V. See, it pops up enlisting which will show me all the keys I have in Vim. Okay, if I specifically wanted to know about some keys, for instance letter T, it shows two places it has got instances like that, or say letter R, or say letter D. See, it is very easy to find out. Even you can query these function names, okay, if it is coming from a plugin and you can see it, or you can remember it, or you can realize what you are doing, so you can easily query and get the stuff, right? It is as for me, it is very convenient, because getting a little help, little hint, I can realize what thing I need to do. Okay, so, and you can easily find out the keys just on the command prompt. Verbose map, say for instance letter D, it will show you like that, okay, in the inside Vim itself. Okay, but you won't get, but that's why you need to remember all the specific keystroke you wanted to know from this mechanism. The mechanism I showed to you just to bring up entire Vim key map irrespective of modes all in one place, and that is searchable. Okay, simple Mod Shift and V will bring all my Vim keys in front of me. I can search through, I can find it out, and it's simple text file, and this text file built in Vim way. Anybody can do that. I have a file in my home directory called vimmap.txt. Okay, so this file, if you are inside, say for instance I have a file I can't remember right at these days what is going on here. Okay, so this is the vim way of get that vimmap.txt file. All you have to do in the when you are inside vim in the command prompt, if you press colon, then you have to write reader, then exclamation, then you direct it to your preferred file name. I made it like that way, so it provide the app name for the reason the file exists. Okay, then you have to run map bang, and then reader end. If you perform this 4th step one by one, and if you then the file location you have given, the file created, if you go through and cat the file, see the same file you can see this file, and if I do this, these are the same file. All you see on the top, I just ran against a program called dmenu, which provide this enlisting from a drop down, and I can search from it. Okay, so basically I just ran this against dmenu L20 and P, then some text, what is a beam key. So this is the command I bound it with a key in my i3 config manager, and which will show you like this. Simple. Okay, likewise, say for instance you wanted to know the Emacs key bindings, right? Now hang on, I'll show you why it is useful. Okay, so don't jump the gun yet. So if I do mod control and / it will show you all the keybinds like the vim keys. I can query, I can find out everything. All I did, I just grape against my .emacs file, okay, with a specific pattern, and that produce that this file. I simply grabbed it from my .emacs file. I have done nothing special. Simply grabbed it from my .emacs file and put it in a file. And again, like the vim keys, I run against dmenu. So once I hit mod control and / it will show me the keys, all the keys, and I can search for any keys here as I shown to you, right? I'm sorry. So, and I have bounded this key in my i3 window manager. That's why you are seeing this. Okay. If I go here, mm, so Emacs key map. So see, absolute ordinary. This is the same thing I did for Vim also, just for my convenience. So now you can question, oh, you can find all this stuff inside Emacs. Yes, I can. If I get into my Emacs, if I press Control X or Control C, the bottom thing is filled up with the contextual key codes, right? This is done by which key, a package called which key, right? But still it is you need to go through and find out. See, it is showing only one of three. There are other two pages like this, then you have to go through, right? So there are other way also, but which I am not going to at this moment. Okay, so what I'm if I do mod control and / it show me all the key binding at once, and I can search through. Do you understand? You see the difference, right? I'm just put every damn key in a single place so I can search it through at once if I need that. Okay, so likewise for if I wanted to see, I use email client Mart. Okay, Mart has so many stuff, and it's difficult to remember, so I have again bounded it with mod control and M, which will, this is nothing but grabbing from the mut rc main mut configuration file, and this is a macro file. There is a separate macro file. Simple. I just grabbed it and put this command here and then run against, because these keys are very much static. It doesn't change if I don't want to change. Okay, so it is very easy to run through it, and inside Mart you can easily get the keys and help with the press of H or question mark, right? That is possible, but again my counter to that, I feel this is much more convenient. If I open Mart, I don't have to change the screen or go to other index or page to find out the keys and all this stuff. I can within open Mart, and I can press a control or alt, mod control and M. I can see all the key binds here. I don't have to change the pages or index in Mart to find out that. So this is a convenience, I feel, because it's my environment. I keep forgetting the keybind and keystroke, because as I said, I mostly run keyboard driven stuff, so almost all the keys are bounded to something, and I sometimes wrongly press key. I might be wanting something, because I wrongly press key, I'll get something else. It happens sometime, but still these are for the reminder to get things. If the application has so many keys to manipulate that specific application, so it's very, very difficult to remember, at least to me. So to keep myself reminded in a simplest possible way, I generally use this mechanism. Yes, there is a little drawback in that. Every time I add a key to Vim or key to Emacs, I need to update the file, which is absolutely trivial in a sense, plus it can be easily automated. The moment it sends a change, it will update it like that, which probably I'm going to do after this video. So, but as I said, most of the keys are very static and very seldom it changes. So I don't feel the need for that kind of mechanism in place. If I change something significantly, I just ran it one find command in one find day that will update everything. I don't know how much it sounds good to you, but it works for me. It's my environment, right? But I'm not claiming that this is the finest way of doing stuff. As I mentioned, it could have been automated in a trivial way. Okay, so these are the stuff. So when you sit on a system which is mostly driven by keyboard and majority of the time, as I mentioned very beginning of the video, 95% of the time driven by keyboard. So it happened most of the keys are bounded with this or that. Pressing the wrong key is very, very normal. So if you press normal key which are not off, now there is another thing. It is in spite of that, as I said, this mechanism is built out of the necessity of that I keep forgetting the keystroke. There are so many keystrokes, right? So I don't know about you, but I keep forgetting the keystroke which I'm not using very frequently. You understand? So these mechanisms or pop-ups are there just to keep myself reminded that these things are there, or if I've stuck on something which is not so frequent, so I can find it out easily instead of going through all the rigmaroles, So this is the mechanism I follow. There are other few stuff also. For instance, as I said again previously, I run i3 window manager as my whole and soul window manager. Okay, so it has got its own keys, and there are several, and I keep forgetting if the function is not so frequent enough. So I put similar kind of stuff. There's a mechanism in place for that particular reason. I grep through the config file. If I add something, it will get added to a specific text file which will run against dmenu, and I bounded it to mod accent grave, which is basically a tilde character. See, so all my i3 keybinds are similar like other Vim, Emacs, and Mart. It all shows here. I'm sorry. So this is where I somehow mitigate the problem which might provide some sort of resistance to operate properly. So there might be some better way to do this kind of stuff, but I think this is helping me a lot. If I forgot something, I quickly bring up and I find it out. This route, I don't know how to mitigate that route. If you know something better about the kind of stuff I shown to you, kindly let me know in the comment section this explicit and specific stuff. Please write the comment in a very explicit and specific stuff. If you want to suggest me, I would love to have it. Okay, so I thought this will be useful to some people. That's why I'm doing this video. Okay, thanks for watching.